Right. First things first, I just want to apologize if you guys can hear rain. I parked my car so I can do this video outside of my house, and it's raining out, of course, but I need to do this video, or else I don't think I ever will film this video. So there's a lot of things that I want to cover. I know I've been gone for, a quarter of a year, 3-4 months now. Yeah, I've been gone, 3 or 4 months now. And I imagine this channel is probably fucking dead. My Instagram's probably dead. But for the people that are still watching and still believe in me and still, are huge fans and was waiting for me to come back and get back into things, thank you. Thanks for sticking around. It means a lot. You guys are true ones. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do this without having to do any cuts or editing. I have this book here so that I can cover what I want to cover. I'm trying to make this as quick as possible, and I know this won't be one of those videos where you get to laugh. There's no crazy shit. There's no pranks. But those will come in 2021. I'll get back into things. There's certain things that I want to do, certain ways I want to do it, and yeah, let's jump into it. So I took some time off because I was dealing with a lot of personal issues that I don't want to get into, even issues from 2 years ago that I still just kind of kept inside me and didn't talk about it, I just pushed it aside, and I use methods to push those aside and not think about them, and kind of just dig them deep down into myself. And ultimately, if you don't let certain things out, certain emotions, talk about certain shit, some people say it's not manly or it's pussy to talk about how you feel as men and stuff, but really it's not. I've been learning that the hard way. For a while I felt like I was selfish for talking about how I feel, because my problems are so little compared to some of the people in these foreign countries that can't eat. There's people starving to death, poverty, all that stuff, and here I am upset about something else that is much smaller problem than theirs. But I've come to the realization and learned that, if it affects you mentally, emotionally, and it's a problem for you, you're allowed to talk about it. It's not selfish, regardless of how small it is. If it's bugging you, you should let it out and, get help for it or whatever. And so I learned that the hard way, and I let it catch up to me, and I made quite a few mistakes in the past, year or two, mistakes that I'm kind of disgusted by, and I have to deal with the guilt from them and then certain things. But past 3 months I just took time off to really self-growth, like to work on self-growth and put myself in a better position mentally wise. I felt like I started doing this stuff after I broke my arm skateboarding for fun, and then I saw the attraction it got, and I knew I had a passion for entertainment. I didn't know where that was going to be, whether it would have been a host on something or podcast or anything. And I knew, from skateboarding, I was crazy. I did a bunch of crazy shit. So I figured if I was going to hurt myself, I may as well do it for an audience and make some money from it. And I just grew this passion for what I was doing. A lot of people see it as just silly little videos, immature little videos, but to me I'm passionate about it just because it's entertainment, and that's what I want to do for a living. I want to entertain people. I want to make people laugh. I like that shock value that a lot of our videos have. And so I decided I wasn't going to go to college. I was going to let my parents, that I was privileged enough that my parents had money saved up for me to go to college, and I said keep the money, use it towards my sister's tuition. I want to go full-fledged at this, invest everything I have, blood, sweat, tears, everything into it, money, everything into it, and that's what I did. But I found myself, as I got further into it and started making these videos and getting so invested in it, that I kind of lost myself in it. Like, I was so caught up in views and likes and letting certain things get to me, if a video didn't do well, or I see other people doing somewhat similar, like niche as mine, doing way better, and I had that jealous mentality, and I got down on myself. I worked at this for 4 years, and I see other people doing it that kind of copied what I did, and they're in a better position now. And I started to build like this little ego from followers, because where I'm from, this town, there's not much that comes out of it. So when you have a bunch of people, you go to parties, you get recognized, they treat you, like you're a fucking celebrity, which I'm not in any way, shape, or form. I know that, but I'm just saying that's how I was treated. You build this ego along with it, and that comes with a price. It's good to have confidence, but you gotta mix confidence with humbleness, and that's not what I had. I was a douchebag a lot of the time, and not to like people that I met, like supporters and stuff, just the people around me, my team sometimes. People that were really close to me, I could be a douchebag, and I found myself losing myself a bit because I took on this leadership role where I had to, everything was because of me. Like I was the backbone to everything, and that's really showed since I've been gone the 3 months. Nothing's been filmed. People have walked away. People have given up on me, type of thing. And so it's really showed that, I kind of was the glue, and I knew that, and I took that to a leadership role, and kind of, you get so invested in followers and, making videos that you don't take time to really step back and, like, not that we're big at all. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying even when you get so invested into something and then you start to see growth and you start to see, a little bit of money and you start to see followers, you kind of lose yourself, and you don't really take a step back to, like, focus on yourself and realize, your actions and what you're doing. And, that's what I need to do. There's a lot more of that into it that I could, get more in depth with, but there's no need to. Also, I found myself, this is going to make me a little vulnerable, and I'm putting it out there. A lot of our videos were based around partying, getting crazy, doing crazy stunts, getting drunk, just see how crazy we can really get while being intoxicated, shit like that. And those were so much fun. Alcohol helped me a lot in that aspect of filming and footage and getting shit done, because when you mix drinking with filming, it ultimately, you record a funny video. Anybody can do it, right? But for me, alcohol drinking became a little something more with certain issues that I had going on, and I started using it as a tool to cope with those certain issues and keep it in me, and suppress those emotions a little bit that I felt. Not to get too cheesy or fucking vulnerable here, but yeah, I used it as a tool. Ultimately, it wasn't just this fun thing that I did with my buddies. It wasn't just, to fucking film or whatever. It just became a tool that I used to be happy. After a day of filming, or after a day of a bad day of filming where we didn't get anything done, you go to alcohol and then you're like, oh no, we'll do better tomorrow. But I didn't have that attitude when I was sober. So I would use it to almost just be like in a positive mindset. And if I wasn't drinking, I was like, I thought negative about a lot. I got mad very quickly. I was very like quick to, freak out, and just an angry person. I've always had anger and anger towards the world. I'm not sure. I was just, kind of born with that. But yeah, I use it as a tool, and it became a problem, and it led to me doing stupid things that I can't take back. And, it was fun. I'm young. I'm 22 years old, and I still have a lot to learn. But, after some certain shit unfolded, and, the time that I took to take a step back and think, I didn't want it anymore. I didn't want to have to wake up, after pissing my bed, or like fucking stupid, like drunk issues. I didn't want to wake up and wonder what I did the night before anymore out of anger or anything. I wasn't having, like, it wasn't just fun anymore. It was just becoming like a repetitive thing where I had to apologize to people the next morning. And, I didn't, like, it was just fucking like, what am I doing? And it wasn't helping, film anymore. I wasn't getting up. We were lazy, especially some people around me too. They enabled my behavior and stuff. And, we weren't getting up to film. We were, always hungover. I was using excuses to drink. Oh, we got this done. We should drink tonight. And then, another 2 days has gone by because we're hungover on a binge, like, drinking or whatever. And it's like, it becomes like a vicious cycle type of thing. So yeah, it just became this vicious cycle. I decided I want to stay away from it. I didn't want to do it anymore. I wanted to, if I was going to come back to filming and, get back into the passion that I really had, this passion that I didn't go to college for started to become exactly what I didn't want it to. It started to feel like a job. It felt like I had more negativity and anger towards doing it than I did, being happy. And the whole point of doing what I'm doing is so that I never have to feel like I'm working a job. I don't have to work at 9 to 5, and I can make money from something that I love doing. That's not necessarily meaning doing crazy shit and getting hurt and doing stunts, but I just mean entertaining, having an audience, and making money off, being an entertainer. So it started to become that thing. So I decided to, take a step away from alcohol. I don't know if it's for good, but it's definitely for a long time. It's been 3 months now, since, just over 3 months, and I intend to keep it that way. Now, it doesn't mean our videos aren't going to be as crazy, or they're not going to be as funny, or as whatever you want to call it. It's still going to be, if not better. And I have a plan for that. I have a content plan because I want to change certain things up. A lot of the last few videos that were posted that I didn't have any really say in, and that's my fault because I didn't want any say. I just wanted them to deal with it because I was, going through it. And, I couldn't even think about making videos. There was so much other shit that I had that I cared about that was more important, and it is more important. And they got posted, and they were just, I didn't watch them through, but the titles, the thumbnails, it's like I took a step back and looked, and it's like that's like the opposite of what I wanted to create. Like that shit, it's like some fucking corny, like for $5,000 shit. It's like the wannabe Mr. B shit. I never wanted that shit. I've always wanted our own organic style of videos, and I've worked on that for so many years, and it's like I'm kind of just, same with the mime shit. It was funny at first, and then you find yourself, oh, we got to get drunk tonight, and then hurt ourselves in a garage for an hour. Oh man, can we do it till, like, we're asking ourselves, do you think we could push it back to tomorrow? I don't want to do it tonight. We should want to do it. It should be fun. But we started only doing the mime shit because it was getting views and likes, and I got caught up in that cycle of, oh, look at all these views, look at all these followers, but I was doing something that I hated. Like, it was fun at first, but then after like 2 episodes, like, what the fuck are we doing? We're just doing it because we're pleasing the temporary people that found us from TikTok or something. It's like the opposite of who I am. And like, I just went back on a bunch of morals that I had, not video-wise, just morality in general. I did stuff that completely was, like, I wasn't raised that way, and I'm not getting corny, I'm just saying, just certain things. And so, the mime shit, it was, like I said, it was fun at first, but, that's not me. Maybe we can go back to it, give it some time, let it marinate type of thing, and then go back and maybe do one. That's when it's like fun again. Oh, we haven't filmed this for a while. I feel like filming it. It's gonna be fun. I want to film it. I don't want to do it because I don't want to do it, or I don't want to do it because I have to. Sorry, because people like it and it gets views and shit. That's not me. And then we had to get drunk to do it, and it's like, it was just a toxic mindset, toxic like way to do things. Not how I ever wanted to do it. So, for content going forward, I want it to be organic. I want to have fun doing it. I want you guys to feel the fun I'm having filming it. Well, like, I want you to feel like you're having the fun like I am filming it. Like, you guys are viewing it and you're having fun watching it, if that makes sense. Sorry, that was an awful analogy, but I think you understand what I was trying to get across. And that's what I'm going to do. It's still going to be crazy, still going to be, funny shit, all of that, just with an organic flow. And you could comment, what does that even mean? What does that look like? I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure that out. That's why I haven't, I needed time to figure out. I didn't want to come back and just start doing stupid shit that wasn't like, I want to make this count. Like, I feel like I only have one shot now because I let so much time pass. 3 months may not seem like a long time, but it's a long time when you're not doing stuff that you were used to doing before, and you're in this new mindset, and you're growing as a person. I'm getting older. It's 3 months is a long time, especially at my age, and stepping away from something that I do every day, drinking and filming and stuff. So, I'm gonna work on that. Give me some ideas in the comments below. That would really help. You guys know I take a bunch of your guys' ideas, and I'll give you credit in the video. I don't give a shit. Anything from you guys. I also want to talk about the people that I had around me. I'm not talking about everyone. I'm just talking about certain people. They kind of went their own direction. I can't blame them for certain things, but it was like the people that were around me aren't really around me anymore. I have certain little people here and there, and off and on with, but certain people who see my videos, I'm not gonna name names. Just they're not it anymore. They're not there. They just overall personal stuff with them, and so I didn't want to get any comments because I've gone through groups before, and people have walked away because they didn't see success and they didn't see the long-term goal like I did, which I can't blame them. It's their fault. They're going to see that one day this will be successful, and they will have missed out. And that's kind of what's happening now. some of them didn't really have a personality. They kind of just filled that void of not having personality and stuff with money. And some people, they had different views on life, and I didn't want that toxic stuff around me. I want people that want the same end goal, longevity as me. I want people to have my best interests, and they just didn't. So when you ask about certain people, I'm not going to name names in the comments. Refer back to what I'm saying right now, and that's why you don't see them anymore. If you don't see them in the videos, that's why I'm talking about them, okay? So don't ask about them. You guys used to ask about Declan, JB all the time. Not all the time, but you get a few here and there. It wasn't annoying. It was just like I felt bad because you guys didn't know what was going on. It's just they didn't have the same mindset as me. They weren't as hardworking. They weren't there. Maybe not all of them weren't as hardworking, but you know what I mean. They just didn't have what I had, and they didn't have my best interest. So, life works that way. Yeah, and we talked about, the negativity. I had a shitty attitude towards this. I felt like I was getting mad more than I was happy doing this, and that whole point was to do this and not feel like I was working a job. So I need to get back in that mindset of not looking at other people and comparing myself, not doing this, not doing that. Focus on what I'm doing. Who cares if it gets fucking 3 views, 200 views, 100,000 views? I don't care anymore. I'm going to do what I want to do, and I know you guys like me for me. A lot of you, if you don't and you're just here for the mime shit, get out. I don't care about you. I don't care if I lose half my fucking followers. I don't care about none of that. I don't care how many followers I have. As long as I have a hardcore, tiny fan base, then I'm happy. People that will tune in, and that'll grow, because authenticity ends up being the winner. And every time, you have the people that fake certain personalities and they just rise to the top way quicker, and that's the people that I'm comparing myself to. But they end up, they don't end up, there's no longevity to it, and that's what I want. And so that's what I'm going to work on, and that's what I want to do. And bring authenticity to the table, and create good content, stuff that I wasn't really doing before. We had a bunch of good videos last year, don't get me wrong, but some of them were just like, what the fuck are we doing? So yeah. And yeah, that's mainly what I wanted to talk about. So you guys were wondering where I was, just personal issues, certain things that I had to work on. I can't tell you, I haven't been on Instagram, Twitter, anything for 3 months. I haven't touched it, so I have no idea what's going on in this social media world. I've been on TikTok a bit, but just to post and, get a little bit of fucking entertainment. But yeah, I haven't been on social media at all. Like I said, I won't be drinking alcohol anymore. I'm sorry for the people that we're strictly here to see how crazy, or no, not how crazy, sorry, I'm still going to be like that, but to see me get drunk, I don't know if anybody was, but that won't be me anymore. That I've moved on from that, and I have 3 months under my belt, so I'm not going to risk anything for that. So yeah, that's basically it. I feel like I'm going to end this video off and be like, fuck, I forgot to mention that. So if I do, I'll probably put it in the comments or in the description, so make sure to read that. There might be some information there, or maybe I'll just have a little segment in a video coming forth of something that I want to talk about that I couldn't put in, or that I forgot to put in. As for when videos will start back up, like I said, I don't really have a team, a good solid team right now, and no one can really do it on their own. You can, but when you had a team that you had an editor, you had filmers, you just had people, and this is more of a team-based type of content that I make, the crazy shit. It'll be tough, but I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to do what I can. Bear with me. I'm going to put out what I can. I know you guys, I got off social media the day that I broke my collarbone, and a lot of people were confused as to what happened, so that video will drop. You'll see how I broke my collarbone. I'm healed up now, as you can see, and it's completely healthy. So you'll see that video coming soon, and I'll add some other stuff into it. It's gonna be, it's spring here in Canada now, so you can see it's raining, but it'll start to warm up, and summer will be back, and I'll be out filming outside and shit again. So yeah, you guys can look forward to that. Just bear with me. I don't know if I'm gonna return to social media yet. I know I'm uploading this on YouTube and stuff, which I also haven't been on in months, other than watching little UFC press conferences. So I'm gonna upload this. I'm not gonna promote it on Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat or anything, because I just don't. I don't think I'm ready to go back on those social medias until I'm for sure. I know I'm in that healthy mindset of mine, and I know I'm not gonna go back on certain things that I worked on, and that's the ultimate goal. Okay, so yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm gonna respond to every comment that I can. If it's a question or it's an idea or it's just you guys saying, you missed me or you hate me, I'm gonna respond. So comment anything you want. I'm gonna respond to the best of my ability. I also want to say, you guys know I have a second channel. I know this video is not for this at all, but I just want to say it real quick. I have a second channel that we made when this one got deleted. Obviously, we got this one back. It's our main channel, but we had that channel. We didn't know what to do with it. I'm starting up a podcast. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh my god, another one of those fucking podcasts that no one wants to fucking hear. But it's for me to pass time. It's not, I don't care if we get 2 views or whatever. I don't give a shit. It's for me to talk about stuff and certain things and just, as a hobby. It's not like I'm trying to make it a job or something. It's literally just a hobby that I want to do. So if you guys want to check it out, I'm doing it with my buddy Jacob from Texas. We're going to be talking about life stuff, everything, a lot of UFC. I've gotten heavily into that over the past year, especially these past 3 months. I'm like, everything, I've got a bunch invested into it. I love it. So we're going to be talking about UFC picks, cards coming up and stuff. So if you want to check that out, link will be in the description. We haven't filmed anything yet. I haven't even done a podcast yet, but I plan to do that very soon as a hobby, sooner than later. I'll probably end up posting one of those before I post another video on this. And for the people that stuck around, thank you again. I haven't even checked my Instagram or anything. I'm kind of nervous too, but then again, I'm in that mindset that I don't give a shit. So I probably lost a lot of people, but it is what it is, for the better. For the people that did stick around, you guys are the real ones. There's people that have been here for 3-4 years, and you guys mean the most to me. So yeah, I think that's everything I want to talk about. I could have got more in depth on certain things, but I think for now we'll leave it at that. And thank you guys for watching. And I'm sorry this wasn't a video how you expected. It was serious. We don't do that type of shit, and I'll probably even lose fans from this video alone. But I had to get it out there. I owed it to you guys to tell you. I know we're not big at all, but we have people here that count on our videos to be entertained and to get that little source of happiness for the day or something. So I feel bad that I wasn't there to do that, but at the end of the day, I had to be selfish and take time off for myself and focus on mine and work on myself for certain things that I thought were dramatic and pussy and cliche before. I actually, now that I've kind of lived through certain things, and I realize that that's just not, cliche or dramatic or anything. Certain things that you deal with, you have to deal with up front like a man, and you can't bury them inside and use a tool like alcohol or anything to cope with it. So if you guys are struggling with anything at home, comment it in the comments. We're going to be back to doing crazy shit this summer. I got a bunch of shit planned that I want to do, and you guys are going to be really stoked. And we're going to grow. I'm telling you, we're going to be big one day, huge on this platform. And I'm glad that I'm going to do it being authentic and real with you guys, rather than doing the fake fucking, like the $5,000, like all those cringe videos that we were doing. And like I said, don't get me wrong, a lot of the videos are really good. I'm ranting now. Thank you guys for watching. And yeah, peace.